An arithmetic sequence is a sequence in which each term after the first term differs from the preceding term by a constant. This constant is called the common difference. So let's look at this first sequence, 10, 14, 18, 22. So if I start with the 22, the difference between 22 and its preceding term is 4. The difference between 18 and its preceding term is also 4. The difference between 14 and its preceding term is also 4. So it does satisfy the conditions for an arithmetic sequence. The common difference abbreviated by the letter D is 4, since the difference between each term and its preceding term is 4. Now to find the 20th term of this sequence, I could take, from where we left off, and just add that common difference to each. I could add 22 plus 4 to get 26, 26 plus 4 to get 30, or I could use a formula to find the nth term of an arithmetic sequence. It's equal to the first term plus n minus 1 times d. So a sub 1, in this case, it's 10. It just stands for the first term. N stands for the number of terms. Where we're interested in the 20th term, so n is 20. And d, the common difference in this case we said was 4. So the 20th term is equal to the first term, which is 10, plus n, which we said was 20, minus 1 times the common difference of 4. So the 20th term is 86. Now, if I wanted to find the sum of the first 20 terms of that sequence, I could list all 20 terms and then add them, or I could take a shortcut. To find the sum of the first n terms of an arithmetic sequence, it's just n, that is the number of terms, times the first term plus the nth term over 2. So the sum of the first 20 terms, so n is 20. The first term of that sequence, we said, was 10. A sub n stands for, we're interested in the sum of the first 20 terms, so a sub n would be the 20th term, which we just calculated to be 86. So the sum of the first 20 terms is 20 times the first term, which is 10, plus the nth term, or the 20th term, which is 86, over 2. So I get 960. It's the sum of the first 20 terms of that sequence. Now, if I wanted to find the sum of the first 200 even natural numbers, let's just list a few of them. So starting with 2, 4, 6, 8, okay, and so on. So it's an arithmetic sequence because the difference between each term and its preceding term is a constant. So 8 minus 6 is 2. 6 minus 4 is 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. So again, it's an arithmetic sequence. With a common difference or D, is 2. Well, the first thing we need to know is what the 200th term will be in this sequence. So to find the 200th term, I'll use the formula. To find the nth term of an arithmetic sequence, it's the first term plus n minus 1 times the common difference. So we're looking for the 200th term. The first term of our sequence was 2. It's 200 terms. If you're looking for the 200th term, there's 200 terms in our sequence, minus 1, and the common difference we just said was 2. So the 200th term is 400. Now to find the sum of those first 200 terms, I'll use the formula. It's n times a sub 1 plus a sub n all over 2. Well, we're interested in the sum of the first 200 terms, so n is 200. That first term in our sequence is the first even number, it's 2, plus the 200th term, which we just said was 400. We just calculated it to be 400. All over 2. So the sum of the first 200 terms is 40,200.